Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be looking at the new Cadillac Optiq. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Cadillac here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Optiq. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Zaid. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack providing 302 miles of electric driving range. It has a dual electric motor setup providing 300 horsepower and then 354 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, I love the metallic gray. I think that looks really sharp. And then the turn signal indicators also look really cool with this. You can see it's got Cadillac's new kind of design there, and yes, the grille illuminates as well. Could be overkill, but Cadillac is definitely changing the game lately. So our tire wheel setup is 245 by 50 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you've got the silver with the metallic gray, and then we've got the painted fender flares. You can see the rest of the bodywork's also painted. Same thing with the mirror caps, the roof, it's all blacked out. And when you put it all together, it actually looks really sharp. Look at that, very sleek. This leads us to the key fob where we have no focus whatsoever with the camera. There we go, lock and unlock, remote start. Got the opening for the hatch, Cadillac logo as well. And decent amount of storage. This looks similar in size to like a Toyota RAV4. I guess would be a decent size comparison. So that's practical. When you're all done, just press that and that will lower the hatch right back down. Kind of slow with the overall lowering. And yes, we also have fancy taillights. Look at that. Here, I'll take a few steps back so you can see it all together. Yeah, this is a cool looking car. And of course, we have fancy door handles. Now, this is interesting with the trim up top. Got like a bunch of soft touch down below. Pretty cool for the handle there. And then here are the seats. Nice stitching. Quickly pop in. Legroom, it's good. Got a little storage pocket here. Got some vents, some USB ports as well. Nice speakers all around, and then big sunroof. Now this leads us up front, where again we've got that nice cloth trim, soft touch down below. Pretty cool handle. All of our window controls, the mirrors power fold in. You got memory seats, heated seats as well. You've got your seat adjustments on the side. And then you guys can see blind spot ring with the mirrors. Just a quick look at the front seat. Again, got stitching all down the center. Pedals, so nice looking. And you can see if the opening for the hatch, the auto hold, this is nice too. Now this is one of those cars where you close the door, put your foot on the brake, and it starts up automatically. Taking a look at the steering wheel, it looks like we got Super Cruise. It's always a nice feature to have. Got the controls for that, and then heat steering wheels mixed into the bunch there. But you got your volume controls, all of that. You got your voice command controls in normal fashion. Regen paddle there in the back. And then you guys can see you've got a normal turn signal stock, and then we have a column shifter. Now you've got this little side tab here, and yes, it does contain the light controls, but it also has the gauge cluster. So you can change what this shows. Also have the clean view. But, I mean, I think that's pretty user-friendly. Wait, they have a sport? Oh, never mind. Just with the drive modes. But anyways, that's cool. 360 camera system. Pretty good resolution with the camera system. And then, as for the rest of the infotainment screen, quick response time. With the screen, you also have the drive modes. You can switch between. And being an EV, you're going to have your one-pedal drive as well. But, yeah, all in one unit. Got our climate controls down below. You got some physical buttons for that, and then because there's no shifter in the center, got this like floating design, so you got tons of storage underneath. And then this is for the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touch screen. Nice trim here on the top, nice trim with the cup holders too. That's pretty interesting looking wireless phone charging pad. This is very stylized. And you got nice trim across the dash, camera rear view mirror, and then again a big glass roof. So here's our window sticker for this. This is a Sport 1, $56,590 is the total MSRP. So similar in price to like a Tesla Model Y. It looks like, and it's similar in size too, but let's see how it performs. Well, GoPro's falling off my head. Okay, let us set off. Man, let me tell you, GM is just pumping out EVs left and right. You can definitely tell that they want to compete with Tesla, and I think it makes sense. If you look at GM worldwide, one of their big markets is China, and that market is all about EVs. This is like weird to talk about in the Cadillac, but trust me, it'll make sense. So with that market being all about EVs and being an important market for GM, well, they've got to compete with people out there, and one of the biggest competitors in the Chinese market is Tesla, and the other one's BYD. So I think it makes sense why they're doing this crazy techie stuff that, like, in the US market, this feels like, wow, there's a lot happening here. But then you look at the EVs and the cars that are in the Chinese market, and it makes a lot more sense. But it's cool. We need more competition for Tesla. And mark my words, I think that General Motors might pass up Tesla as the US's biggest electric automaker. I know that some people are going to say, nope, not going to happen. But here's my thoughts. Really solid platform that they have going on here. They've got lots of different options for different people. So I think a lot of EV people are going to like the fact they've got more options with GM. You got the dealer network, so servicing is not difficult whatsoever. And I'm just gonna say it in this video, I have friends that are on all sorts of wavelengths along the political spectrum. And all of my, liberal friends will not touch Tesla ever again because of stuff that Elon Musk has done and said. And I even know people that have gone and sold their Tesla, like super low miles, like nothing wrong with the car, sold it because they're like, nope, I don't want anything to do with this. So I think that's also going to have an impact. That's we'll see what happens towards the end of this year, but I think that plus the product that GM has is potentially going to propel them to pass up Tesla, or at least be almost as big. We'll see what happens. Back to the Optiq. Drives well. It's very comfortable. And it feels the thing I like about these column shifter electric vehicles is very spacious, because everything's down low in the car. You got a lot of space in the cabin, so it feels really open. And for an electric car, this does drive really well. It's very, very comfortable. I like the sounds. It kind of sounds like a spaceship a little bit. It's not a bad experience whatsoever. Put it in the sport mode. We won't be doing crazy acceleration yet, but we'll get it down here in a moment. Yeah, I will say the suspension's definitely a highlight of a lot of these EVs. Because the weight's really down low in the car, you don't get as much tossing around and everything, so it just feels more comfortable, and it makes the car feel more planted too. There are a lot of inherent benefits to EVs in terms of day-to-day driving, and 300 miles of range, I think that's enough for most people, because if you have a charger at home and you just plug it in every few days, with the average person's commute, I think it would be more than enough range. The regen pedal's weird. It's always weird to use the regen pedal. It's like you're... Yeah. Wait, that auto hold? Yeah, that's cool. Wait, no. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, so if you just push the I didn't know that. If you just push the regen pedal in with your foot off the brake, it'll put it into auto hold. Look. There we go. Auto hold. That's cool. I'd rather have that, honestly, than like an automatic auto hold. It's like, if I want it to hold itself, I want to be the one that's pressing the button. I don't want the car to do it for me. That's just me, though. Yeah, it feels like about 300 horsepower electric. Great car. Great Model Y competitor. Let me know your thoughts on this. But this brings big competition to one of Tesla. Well, I think that is Tesla's biggest volume seller in the US market, so we'll see how Tesla fares with this thing knocking on their door.